Good morning. Welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. If you can't hear me, let me know if you can hear me or not. I'll do smoke signals here. Good morning, everyone in the chat. I see you guys are all here. We had a really fun members only live last night where 3 of the members actually joined the panel. So it was really fun. So how is everybody this morning or afternoon, wherever you are? It's still morning here, 10:48 a.m. And I see that my mods are here. Hi, Leighton. Yes, Leighton will remind you to hit the like button. If you're new here, please say hello and tell us where you're from. We like to interact with everybody. One of my favorite parts of doing the live stream is to talk to you and see what you guys have to say. That's my whole point of doing a live stream is to interact with all of you. So, rainy, Bobby. Is it rainy there? Not here, but we're supposed to get some rain, which I thought was really interesting. Gonna get some rain. Hey, Cheese Factor. Let me see who's here. Loose Can. Hey, the laundry is done. Yeah, the laundry is done. Good morning, Lisa. And Leighton and Julianne and the Cheese Factor. Amber. Hey, Marilyn. Pam. Ohio from Jack from Ohio. Hey, Life of Chaos. And Kristen and Mama D. Great. Hi. Welcome. So I did dig up some things I want to talk about today as far as the cases we follow. Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell, of course. That is like the main case from Left Undone's channel. And not only that, but the laundries, of course, and the Malete case. So how is everyone? 7:45 p.m. there. Okay, so evening for Kristen in Norway. Hi. So happy Saturday to all of you. So before we get started, if you do want to become a channel member, it does give you access to the Discord, and I am starting to do my happy hours every Friday night, as many Fridays as possible. I can't promise every Friday night. But now that the summer is winding down and we have more time and it's getting dark earlier and all that stuff, I want to try to do the members only happy hour every Friday. And we did one last night. Sorry, I glance down to the chat all the time because I really want to know what you guys say. So I'm not always looking at the camera. We did one last night, and Leighton and Life of Chaos and Lori Day all joined me, and we had a really fun a conversation about everything, you know, what people think about the cases and all that. So that was fun, and I want to do that more often, is have a panel. So that would be really cool. Good morning, Sensible Crime. And so, okay, a couple things that we brought up last night that I didn't know because I've been working all week that I thought were interesting is one of the things, let's start with the Daybell case. One of the things that was brought up is there is a document between Chad and Lori where he's giving everybody a score. So this isn't dark and light, it's a score. Let me share my screen. So Chatty Daddy decides that everybody is worthy of a score. But a conversation starts out with Lori, good morning, missing you, didn't sleep much, need you to check JJ. Weird stuff happened in the middle of the night. It's like they distracted us with Blake and, quote mark, Lori just dropped off JJ, cleared the school, and placed him in a shield of protection. And then Chad sent message to Lori. Now, this is July 30th of 2019. So this is after Charles is gone. Okay. Chad says Tammy is at 3. JJ is at 2. This is bad news. Both are being heavily shielded to stop intruders. Now, we do think that they believed all this crap, but in some ways, I see a lot of manipulation from Chad. He wanted, what did Leighton call her? Kawaii Barbie, is there Malibu Barbie? He wanted Kawaii Barbie. So he had to get rid of Tammy. So in some ways, I think that there's a little bit of manipulation going on from Chad with all this. And he didn't want Lori's kids around. Come on, think about it. So July 19th at 12:53 hours, so almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Chad sent Lori a similar message providing trust levels of those she needed to be aware of. This is the list as follows. So then they do have it in descending order. We can do that. Group member, trust rating, Melanie. So this is Melanie Gibb. And she gets a 97% trust. So they really trusted Melanie Gibb. Kind of funny that she's the one that winds up throwing them under the bus in the end, right? Zalema's a 95. And I'm going to get to some stuff about Zalema today because Zalema, no wonder Zalema has use immunity. Zalema is a snake. Snake. I don't trust her at all. I almost fell for it with her police interview. Almost, but not now. Not after reading the other stuff. I can't believe they're giving her use immunity based on what she was involved in. Alex is a 94. He probably should have been the 99. Isn't he the one that's involved in killing the kids and killing Charles? Like, you should trust him a little bit more. That's just my opinion on their wackadoodle stuff. Thor. Who is Thor? Anyone know who Thor is? Anyone? Feeler? Thor gets a 94. Then comes Nicole, which is in the group with the Serena, Nicole, Christina people that I've been asking about that we finally got some information on. Hi, everyone. Hi, Stephanie. No problem. You missed our members live last night. You were tired. I know. It's fine. You go back and watch it. It was fun. Nicole gets an 86. Melanie Boudreau gets a 85. I would think they gave her more too. Summer gets a 40. Were they thinking Summer's in and out? Where's Summer? Like, Summer going to get out of this? I don't know. Summer is Lori's sister, if you don't know that. And Thor equals Jason Mel, but they have him on here. He comes up next. So Summer, then Jason. Jason's a 31. See, Jason's right here. Serena gets an 18. Boop. Serena got booted. We know that because wasn't she the one texting Chad a little too much? Lori didn't like that crap. Janie got a 15. And I'm assuming Barry is not Barry Morphew, but it's Barry, Lori's dad. He gets an 8. Christina gets an 8. April gets a 7. April Raymond. She gets a 7. And Adam gets a big old 0. Adam. Because they know, remember, this is after Charles died. So they know that Adam was going to help Charles do this intervention to Lori. So Adam went to the bottom of the list. Oh my gosh. Okay. And none of his kids are dark. Nope. He didn't even rate them. And then it says on August 10th at midnight-ish, 18 hours, so 18 minutes after midnight, Lori sent a text to Chad asking him to check JJ. She indicated that he woke up saying crazy stuff and would not go back to sleep. Lori felt that he was talking to evil spirit who she identified as Blake. Chad responded and told Lori that JJ was still JJ and that he was being told that JJ's spirit recognized that Blake was evil and was unsettled by him. So what I'm thinking happened with Chad's, and this is just yes, thank you, Loose Can, for reminding people. Go get your coffee, Lisa. What I'm thinking happened with Chad, I think Lori didn't really want to get rid of JJ. I think Lori was pretty attached to him. And I think Lori believed this crap. I'm really starting to think Lori believed this crap. And Chad was like, He's still okay, but it's getting worse, Lori. We might not be able to save him. The spirits are going to get him. And then I can just see it. You know what, Lori? I did everything I could. It didn't work. Womp, womp. Just like Tammy. Didn't work. Had to go. But you know he's safe now in the arms of the angels. Whatever. I think Mal's score was low because Chubbs doesn't want any other men rated high because Lori may end up liking them more than Chubbs. Oh my, right? They had this like jealousy kind of thing, clearly. Yep. Yep. We want a good grandma. Who is Thor? Thor is the mystery of this weekend project. Hey, Celtic. Let me see who else dropped in here. Jetta, Lisa, Loose Can, JGC. I think Melanie knew everything. She could have saved those kids. That's what everybody seems to be saying, that she really could have stopped a lot of this. You Google. Okay, thank you, Lisa. She's going to Google Thor. Chubbs, yeah. Chins, Chubbs, Chatty Daddy. We got all kinds of names for that idiot. Evil monster. Scary to see their scores. Those low scores are kind of a typo who was next to be killed, right? Adam was clearly going to, boy, Adam had to go save it. Thor, okay, Thor first for you. No, who is he? How is he related to this whole thing? Good morning, Sally. I can't stay any longer today. I have some stuff to do. You all rock. Well, you joined us last night for quite a while, so you are forgiven and dismissed if you would like to go. The Four Corners team: Thor, Lori, Melanie, and Jason. Ooh. So Chad wanted to probably get rid of that person. Thor, Jason. Okay. You could tell towards the end of JJ's life that Lori's sick of dealing with him. I remember Melanie G saying only bad things about both kids. Oh, there you go. Good job. Search the Thor preparing people. Perfect, Lisa. Thank you. So he's all up in that. Kristen's got him labeled as a Norwegian name. Possibly. Let's see. Who thinks Dilemma will be the key witness? I think Dilemma's I got some stuff today. I mean, I found it. You guys might have seen it already. But let's see. Let me stop sharing so I can find the next thing that I wanted to share about a text between Lori. Let me put this over here so I can see it. And Dilemma. Got a couple of them. Where'd it go? Okay. This one. Okay, wait, hold on. Pause. Go. Hold on. It's too big. I want to just go here. Okay, hold on. All right. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is one of the texts. Let me go back to sharing. Okay, I'll share my screen again. All right, so this is also on that total killer in a good way, like Breaking Crime with Big E channel. He's got so many documents and stuff. Great resource. Unbelievable. So here is an outgoing message from to blank from Lori Vallow. I guess it'd be outgoing. Here comes the wind. I casted him from my third eye. I created shields around my third eye, my body, and my property. He won't be coming around anymore. So this is between dilemma, right? And then she says, that's good, but sad too, I know. We will really have to stick together since we can't have friends anymore. That's weird. Why can't they have friends? Thank you, Loose Can. And then outgoing, right? My inner circle is getting smaller, but I'm okay with that too. And then it says, Chad said that Jerry can't even block my gifts just by me. Chad said that Jerry can even block my gifts just by me texting him. Can you believe it? Another name, Jerry. Okay, I'm going to play this. I need to mute this because you guys are going to hear an echo. Okay, let me go forward. Here comes the wind, past that part. If I let it play, it always goes like too far because I want us to comment. Still page, same page. Lord. Oh yeah, there's some creepy picture of Lord. All right. Yes, because I'm dealing with the same thing all the time. So that was incoming. And then she says, so Dilemma says, yes, and you're married to him, which is worse. We will conquer. Extreme team. I mean, come on. Look at that. What does that mean? Yes, you were married to him. So, and you're married to him. This is February 6, 2019. This is before Charles died, a month before. And you're married to him, which is worse. We will conquer. Extreme team. They are like a video game. I mean, insane. Okay. Thanks, Salema. I needed that. Love you, sister. See? All right, let's move on. Love you too. What was it then? Same day, February 6, 2019, at 8:30 p.m. What was it that you said in your letter to the first presidency when you requested a temple cancellation? So Lori's asking Dilemma what she said when she requested a temple cancellation. Is that the opposite of a temple recommend? And the Dilemma says, I told them that I could tell them the whole sad story, but I know they have the power of discernment to know what needed to be decided. Yeah, I think so too, Gigi. Chad's kids are in this all still. Dilemma is still in this all too. These people are still meeting. And they think they are God. Mm-hmm. And then she says, thank you. I have to write another letter explaining my prior divorces. And then she says, I just got to the temple. I'll be here until about 10. Hope I can see you if you can come. I just got to the temple. I'll be here until 10 a.m. if you're able to come. Look for me in the celestial room. And then, so that was outgoing. And then again, she wrote, so that was at 8:15 a.m. And then at 10:05 a.m., she said, hey, again, Lori to Dilemma, Hey, beautiful. I just had an energy session with my friend Stacy. She was able to take the metal cage that was put around me to block me from visions. She cut the cords and destroyed all the records he was keeping of me. I'm sharing this with you because she may be able to help you too. I will create a storm. I can see Lori, and bring protection to you. Oh, is that what you're talking about, Mama D? When a woman gets sealed to a man in the temple, they can only be sealed to one. Getting it changed is not easy. Now, I've heard other things. I always heard a woman can only be sealed to one man, but a man can be sealed to more than one woman, right? I got that right? Cancel sealing means temple divorce can only be granted by first. Okay, so she wants a divorce from whoever marriage she was married to and sealed to. Got it. She wants a temple divorce. Got it. We have those too in the Greek Orthodox Church. I'm divorced legally, but we never got our divorce recognized by the church. And I had to pay $100. I think it was $100. I don't know. I never sent it and get the paperwork that says that the church recognizes the divorce. So we do that too. I think, I don't know what other religions do, but we do for sure. Right? It is chauvinistic. Let's see, sensible crime. Good, Grandma. I'm very open-minded about religion and try not to judge others. These people have made me rethink that. I know, because there's a lot of wacky stuff in religion. I mean, there just is across the board. Okay, so Lori's going to create a storm and bring protection and yada, yada, Lori. All-powerful Barbie, Kawaii Barbie. And then this, I tried to find this YouTube thing right here because she sends it, me trying to work with the elements, LOL. So it's a YouTube, but it wouldn't come up. It said not available, and I can't copy and paste it because this is a picture. So I tried to find this because I wanted to know what YouTube video she was sharing about her trying to work with the elements. Hi, Robbie. Cut the cords, weather witches. I wonder how many new recruits Chad and Lori have gotten in jail. They really try to get to those security guards on their side. Most of them are part of the church, so it won't be that hard to sway. Well, that's scary. Hopefully most of them aren't this kind of part of a church, this weird, wacky crap. And then she says, I saw a scripture today in Abraham that talks about commanding the elements, them waiting for them to respond. I don't know if that's in the Holy Bible or the Book of Mormon that they're talking about that. I think it's the Bible. All right. I think this might be the end of this one. There's another one. Yep. Okay. Let me find the next one. I have to go back here and find it. It is this one. Okay, this is July. Let's share again. Hey, did my new bot show up in the chat at all? I don't know how to make it work. I got it, this thing called Nightbot that's supposed to be able to like share my links and stuff without all the mods having to do it, but I don't think I set it up yet. But if you see something called Nightbot, that's what it is. All right, here we go. So this is July 5th. Now we're getting close to when Charles was killed. I guess, Robbie, I'm going to try it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I got to work on that. I put it as a mod because it said you have to put it as a mod in your chat. And I put it there, but I didn't go through like customize anything like what it's supposed to do. I don't know if you need. There it is. There it is. How about that? That's kind of creepy that it just showed up when we've talked about it. That's funny. Okay. All right. Distracted. Okay. So, July 5th, 2019. It's time for signs of the coming of the Lord. Outgoing. Then incoming. So that was at 11:35 p.m. Those are messed up. Oh, no, that was July 5th, 11:35 p.m. She sent this message to Zulema. And then the next morning at 8, or the next day at 8:48 p.m., it's D and C 28 point, the ceiling power. And at 1:22 p.m. on the 8th, so a couple days later, ask if we can call up a California earthquake for tomorrow. So this is July 8th. Hiplos will be heading there tomorrow in Valencia. Sadly, he's still okay. Sadly, he's still okay. He's still out there walking around. My husband is still okay. Damn. But we are going to continue to work on him. The elements will obey eventually. You know what? When I get to this part on my podcast, I need to do this. I need two voices to go. We need to have like actors do this back and forth because that'll make it good. So whoever wants to volunteer to be the Zulema voice or the Lori voice, I can do the other. Okay. But it's a long way. I still want. Well, no, I don't actually. Actually, Robbie, this would fit right in because this is leading right up to that. I might need to put this in there. Remember that. I probably should put this in there because this is right before they're talking about killing Charles. Yes, that has to go in there. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm talking to myself kind of. Yeah. Okay, so the elements are going to obey eventually. And then she says, I had to get home. Okay, so that was at 1:22 p.m. And then at 6:19 p.m., I had to get home. Lori Dilemma had to get home so I could go in my portal out there. I asked if we do that, the ramifications of things to come. We are not ready for at this time. For what I understand is that when Hiplos goes, things are going to be a domino effect, one after another. Well, she's not wrong there. What do we need to do to be ready for all that is coming? Let's see, what was that? Let's see what you guys said. All right, and there's this. 7/9 at 4:39 p.m. outgoing. Okay, then it was my fear that things will roll out way fast from now on. And incoming from Zulema. No, that's not true, but it's also good. And then at 10:05 p.m., incoming from Zulema. Yeah, just a lot going on. How about you? So some of these aren't in there, I guess. They just pulled out ones that were, I don't know. Are you okay? And I can't see when that was. 7 on July 10th. Are you okay? Okay. Hold on. I'll be in the celestial room July 11th at 8:54 a.m. I'll be in the celestial room. And that at 11:31 p.m., she says, as I was working on Hiplos today in the temple, I was told he will be taken as he is. I don't know what that means. Then I was shown to only put light, the brightest light, from the top and the bottom at the same time, meeting in the middle. So I've been doing that all day on July 11th. I hope today is a good day for all of this to end. And then on July 12th, oh, and I forgot to ask you if you could please take a look at who Jenny Blank is. Is she from our group? Stacy Blank asked Blank to teach her something about blank earth, but this girl is gifted. She talks to plants. She hears the earth. So I'm thinking we may be connected to us. I think she has a lot of like autocorrect going on in her thing. I keep thinking how Tylee heard her mom call her a zombie and how Tylee said, no, mom, no. Tylee knew exactly what that meant. It's the only life she ever knew. And Tylee knew she was unsafe. That part hurts. Yeah, that's so sad. She did. No, mom, not me. Right. Yeah, man. Then there's a, how are you today on July 13th? Oh, no, wait, that was July 11th. Okay, wait, hold on. I got to go back. He was killed on July 11th, right? Okay, I got to go back. Sorry. I lost the plot a little bit here. Okay, hold on. That was the day that Charles was killed. So this was right after. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, yeah, I just got a lot going on. How about you? Okay, then I want to go to the next one, which is July 11th. So this is July 11th. So this is the day that I can't, why is it cut off? I'm on my way to the temple. July 11th at 8:28 a.m. Outgoing. That's Lori. That was right after Charles was shot. Right? And then at 8:54 a.m., I'll be in the celestial room. Then nothing. So she was telling Zulema she was going to the temple, but I don't think she went. She decided to go home and deal with the shooting, right? Or the police took her in. I remember what time the police actually took Lori into, it's probably on that video of her being interviewed, what time she was at the police station. Outgoing is Zulema. No, because earlier it said, I mean, these are kind of confusing. Okay, because earlier it said outgoing was Lori because she said she was, incoming was Lori because she was married to him. But that makes more sense, that outgoing is Zulema. Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm probably wrong. Thank you, Kristen. Appreciate that. Oh my goodness, you are so kind. Very much appreciated. Do not have to do that. Thank you very much. Right, Hippos is Charles. Thank you. Really, seriously, I can't thank you enough. Okay. So let me think about this. So if it's outgoing, it's Zulema tells Lori and checks. Okay. So I'm on my way to the temple. I'll be in the celestial room. 2 blank, outgoing. As I was working on Hippos today in the temple, I was told he will be taken as he is. I don't know what that means. Then I was shown to only put light, the brightest light, from the top and the bottom at the same time, meeting in the middle. So I've been doing that all day. I hope this is at 11:30 p.m. I hope today is a good day for all this to end. Okay, so that is outgoing. Okay, sorry, I had it backwards. Hiplos is Charles. Zulema is at the temple. She's not here. There's nothing between here, but she did say, as I was working on Hiplos today in the temple, I was told he will be taken as he is. I don't know what that means. Then she said, I was shown only put light, the brightest light from the top and the bottom. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this thing. So, and then 7-Eleven, the same day that he was already dead, I hope today is a good day for this all to end. That's right. I had it right when I read it earlier by myself. So that is, oh, thank you, Kristen. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I did have it right when I read it earlier. I had it backwards when I was first telling you guys. Okay. So Zulema was working on Hiplos. Zulema is so culpable in this whole thing. So culpable, right? Right. Oh, okay. Then she says, so this is the 12th. Then on the 12th, oh, I forgot to ask you if you could please take a look at who Jenny Blank is. Is she from our group? Stacy Blank asked her to teach her something about the earth, but this girl is gifted. She talks to plants. She hears the earth. So I'm thinking we may be connected to us. So that's Zulema again, too. Well, this is Zulema's. That's why I was confused. It didn't line up. Okay, and then incoming from Lori, right? I'm a little better. Sorry, I was so wiped out last night. Still feel like that again. That's the 13th. And then outgoing. I bet you were fine. That's a lot of emotional stuff in a short time. Chad confirmed for me today that I will be doing work in South America. I'm even more excited to go now more than ever. So Chad's telling Zulema to go to South America. And then at July 13th, you are amazing. I'm so glad you get a chance to go there and get this party started. So that's incoming from Lori. Go to South America and get this party started. The end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. And then, okay, I love it. Outgoing, get this party started. It will be soon. I will miss you, you amazing goddess, you. Zulema. Really? Why the hell isn't she in jail instead of being this use immunity? Oh my goodness. And then July 15th, outgoing again. I need some prayers, girl. We were delayed 5 hours. We missed our flight to Chile. We have to wait until tomorrow night for the next flight. Staying the night in Dallas. Send me some blessings, please. So we were on our way to Chile and they were delayed. So they have to stay in Dallas on July 15th. And then Lori, I'm in Houston. All my flights got messed up today too. They don't want me here and they don't want you to go start things in South America. I will send angels and cast out the dark ones. I feel like thunder and lightning should be like, remember Bewitched when her bad sister Samantha would be like, or Esmeralda would like make that come in and the whole, this is what I feel like. This is like freaking insane. But except for on Bewitched, people weren't being killed. They were just getting made into little tiny people or into a mouse or into what temporarily. And then Darren would be like, oh no, Samantha, not Samantha's sister. What was Samantha's sister's name? Okay, anyways. But honestly, this is, I feel like it could be a stupid television episode, except for people died. And it's tragic. It's terrible. Okay, so Lori's flights got messed up, blah, blah. And they don't want her there, but she's going to cast out dark ones. And then she says, I keep feeling that all day. I mean, 5 hours, really? And then you too? Crazy. Oh my gosh, we both have planes that are all messed up, you know, because that never happens in the airline industry. Yes, right, Lisa? Okay, it's going to change, so I'm going to let change her. Okay, maybe it's not. Is this the end of this? It's not going to change? Okay, hold on. This might be the end of this one. Oh, yeah, and then he puts up, here's the actual element, right? This is the element that, not the storm and not the spirits and not the clouds and not the earthquakes and not this gun is the element, okay? So clearly the elements weren't cooperating. Horrible. Okay, so that one, let's see. Stop the sharing. We did ratings. I have a list. Wind, Zalema, Wind, and that one. Then, oh, hold on. I got something for you. You may not know this little piece of information. May I find it here? Leighton found out. I got to share this with you. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, stop. No, no, no. I want to make this big. Okay, hold on. This is interesting. Look who got married. Julie Rowe, apparently. Julie and Jake Barnett honeymoon in Alaska on October 13th. Jake's 45th birthday. Whoa, baby. Jake, you're crazy. I mean, hopefully you're crazy. What kind of wackadoodle stuff are they going to come up with? So yeah, so let me mute myself so you can watch their beautiful honeymoon. Wait, let me make sure the audio is going to play so you can enjoy it to the fullest. Okay, there we go.
Crescere, siamo montagne a picco sul mare, dal punto più alto impariamo.
Damn, I shouldn't have played the music because I'm going to get a copyright on that. I'm going to have to go into, but then the chat won't show up. Oh, well, that's okay. Who cares? I just won't. When you get a copyright on like music like that, they just take all that. If there's any ads, they get the money, not me. Maybe Jake is an undercover FBI agent. Wouldn't that be funny? Do they go to those kind of extremes of actually marrying people? Maybe I won't. We'll see. I tend to get them. She has it on TikTok, so it could. I don't know. Either way, that's her. TikTok, a greater tomorrow. Julie Rowe has a new husband. What the heck? Jake from State Farm. Charles was dead the minute he got police involved, but he just kept going to see her. Why didn't Charles get JJ to Grandpa's? I know. You know, hindsight is 20/20. Jake, do not up your life insurance. So yeah, so Julie Rowe is a married woman again. I don't pay attention to her at all because in a lot of ways I feel like she's irrelevant. But then as things come out, sometimes I think, well, she kind of is she's not completely irrelevant. Now, have you guys actually? I know last week I read. Chad Daybell. Have you heard the audio? I want to play it when he called the funeral home because it's worth listening to him, not just me read it. Jake with khakis at 3 a.m., right? Hey, Jake, what are you wearing? Khakis? So let me find that so we can play that, Chad. Because he actually says Daybell, and then he's like, wait, what am I going to do? I just give my real name. I'll just spell it different. You know, he's such a dumbass. Well, I think they went on their honeymoon in the frozen tundra of Alaska. They went to Alaska on their honeymoon. They even had a helicopter. If Jake was my brother, I'd hire someone to kidnap him, right? Run, Jake! Run, Forrest, run! What are you thinking? Yeah, someone married her. His name is Jake Barnett. Anybody want to Google Jake Barnett? Go for it. He's just turned 45, so we know his birthday. His birthday's October 13th. And he's 45, so look him up. I mean, she put it out there in public. You know, it's not doxing. She did it. I mean, don't give us his address or anything, but I wonder what part of this whole thing he falls into, where she met him at one of her look at me and all my scarves and costume changes. And I don't know if Julie sees her kid. He must have dollars. Julie or Lori wouldn't marry anyone that didn't have money. Well, Chad didn't have any money and Lori married him. What kind of money? I think she thought maybe he had more than he did because he was an author. I'm sure he probably lied about that stuff. Jake from State Farm, Lisa. No, Jake is, let me just show you one more time here because you want to see that. I'll just show you the picture. This is Jake. Jake married Julie Rowe. Yeah, Julie Rowe has kids. So Julie Rowe got married to Jake, and his birthday's October 13th. He turned 45. And so I guess she's a little older than him. I mean, yeah. We know nothing about you, Jake, but we're going to find out why the heck you married Lori. I mean, Julie Rowe. I don't get it. They are. I thought her kids were pretty young. Was he her bodyguard? So she married her bodyguard? What is that? So Whitney Houston. Well, yeah, he did, because this is true, because he killed his wife, so he did have $430,000. Julie, are you Whitney Houston? Oh my God. Chad took a dislike to Julie. I think he blamed her spirit for knocking on Tammy's door. We could make so many songs with all this and movies. Blamed her spirit for knocking on. Yes, that's right. He did. He did. Julie's knocking on Tammy's door. Oh my God, this is insanity. Sometimes I just like laugh. Like, this is hilarious. Okay. Yeah. So Happy marriage, anybody? Are you registered? Should we send her a gift? Should we send him a weapon? Yeah. Oh, Julie got married. Okay, so let's listen to Chad call the funeral home, because I think it's interesting to listen to him call. So let me find that. And again, Big E channel has all kinds of amazing stuff. He is on it. I feel like it's his double, triple full-time job. Breaking crime with Big E. Breaking crime with Big E. Breaking crime with Big E. Right? We should send Jake. Yeah, let's do. We better get the elements to help Jake, because Jake, or maybe Jake's a bad guy too. Who knows? Like, you know, he didn't marry. He has been her bodyguard. So how smart can he actually be? Number one. Julie Rowe, top 5 favorite comfort reads, August 26, 2019. Reread my books. There, I said it. Yes, I have a TBR pile a mile high. What? There's a Jacob D. Barnett from Payson, Utah, with that birth date. He also lived in Payson, Utah, Nefe, Lazier, Colorado Hotchkiss, Colorado Spanish Fork, Utah Santa Quinn, Utah American Fork. That might be him. Oh, Julie reads her own books. Oh my God. My top favorite books are mine. My top YouTube channel that I watch is Left Undone, because, you know, right? Like, what the hell? Oh my God. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. So let's listen to Chatty Daddy. Let's listen. If I can find it. Yes, got it. Okay, hold on. All right. Chad Daybell. Oh. Whoops, I said my name. All right. Unmute myself.
Funeral home?
Hello, my name is with their calls. How can I help you today?
We just had a death in the family, and we really don't want anything but a cremation, and then to send the cremains to a family in Louisiana. It's just a simple, nothing other than a cremation and sending him to his family for a service in Louisiana. So, is there any way to know a ballpark price on that?
Yes, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Okay, let me transfer you over to a director who can assist you with the pricing. What is your name, please?
It is Chad Daybell.
How do you spell the last name, please?
D-A-B-A-L, Daybell.
How are you related to the person who passed?
I'm his nephew.
And then also, this is for the Valley of the Suns in Chandler, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, he lives there in Chandler. I live in Iowa, so I'm just trying to help out.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, what is your uncle's name for reference, please?
He is John Daybell.
Your last name?
Well, D-A-B-A-L.
Okay.
The same. John.
Do you have a middle name?
Myron.
M-Y-R-O-N?
Yeah.
And Chad, what is your phone number in case we get disconnected?
Yes. This number, 515, actually know my own number. Let me look real quick.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Is he at a nursing home, hospital, or residence?
He passed away in a hospital. I don't know the details. I'm just calling you.
Yeah, it's just for to know, because sometimes it's different if it's a residential or hospital or a nursing home.
I'm
Okay.
thinking they're sending him to the medical examiner. I'm not sure. I should have had more information before I called. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay. Alright. Cremation with shipping. To which which city?
New Orleans. Again. Mm-hmm.
Okay, one moment please, Chad, but stay on the line. Let me
Okay.
transfer you over to the director who can assist you with that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Chad.
Yeah.
Thank you for holding. I do have the director, Clarissa, to further assist you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Senior Director with Sally Cemetery. I understand that your uncle passed away.
Yes. And I'm just starting the process for the family. He didn't have many relatives. I'm his nephew. I live in Iowa. But what they
Sorry to
want to
hear
do
that.
is, yeah, sad to see him go. Yeah, I think he's going to the medical examiner. I don't know all the details, but what the family basically wants is just to have him cremated there in Chandler and then have his cremains shipped to New Orleans, and we'll
Okay.
bill up the service later. So just trying to get a ballpark price.
Okay. So for a cremation, we are able to do our cremation for $1,695. Now, what that's going to include is the transportation into our care, the transportation to and from our crematory, our basic professional fees, as well as our crematory fee. Now, there's going to be a couple other charges there for you.
Okay.
So we are going to have death certificates, which are $20 a piece, plus a processing fee,
Okay.
$15 permit fee,
All right.
and then we're able to do that transfer through the mail for you, and that's $150 fee for you.
Okay. Like through UPS or something, I guess.
Okay,
So close about 2,000 probably. Kind of a ballpark,
yeah,
yeah.
close to that.
Okay. Well, that helps me a lot. I'm going to call one or two others, but I'll get back to you if we come that direction. Thank you so much. All
You're
right.
welcome. If you need anything else, give me a call.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, Chad, what's your name? Chad Daybell. Oh. Like that cracks me up that he like actually says his real name and then realizes, oh crap, how am I going to get out of this? I need to, I'll just spell it different. Lori's clearly right next to Chatty Boy. Well, she should have been the one to call. It's so stupid. Like, why? Your husband is dead. Why wouldn't you just call instead of getting your lover – with his hocus pocus to call? I say, get out the rope, get a tall horse, and hang him from the highest tree. There's nothing masculine about Chad. His voice is weak, and I bet his hands are small, cold, and sweaty. I did. I went over it, but I didn't play it. I read it from the document, but we didn't actually hear Chad's voice play it. So I wanted to let you listen to Chad, actually, the recording. This was ours. Okay, Carrie Lynn, thank you. So that call was ours. So he was in Iowa when he called. He's a grave expert. Daybell my butt. He's a bumbling fool. You guys crack me up. Seriously. All right, so that's Chad. Just cross that one off my list. Then let's see, what time is it? 11:48. So let's see, what Brian Laundrie, they said they are unable to tell how he died. They can't confirm his method of death or whatever. So cause of death. So he's going to the anthropologist. What is it? Like a forensic anthropologist. They're sending his bones to that. I don't know why Lulu is barking. I wonder if my gardeners are here. Sorry, she's barking, and I have no idea why, because Percy is locked in the crate because Percy is bad and causes trouble. But I don't see anybody here. Oh, she's barking. She's probably barking at Percy. He's probably like, bust me out of here. The lock's right there. Push it. And she's like, I can't. Ruff, ruff. I don't know. Because she's not locked in there. Let's see. Zulema might have immunity for Charles, Alex in Arizona, but I don't think it has anything to do with Idaho charges. Will be interesting if she calls as a witness in Idaho. But Rob Wood said she had use immunity, and he's Idaho. Free Percy. I know. You guys, Percy can't be free. Percy chews my rug. Percy's just bad. He's so puts everything in his mouth. Yesterday, my mom came out here and he had something in his mouth, and I was like trying to get him. And my house, you can go like around and around the kitchen. The kitchen's on the other side of that wall. And then you go round and around. He's literally running away from me round and around while I'm trying to get whatever. And it's this big piece of plastic. He's going to choke. I'm going to have to pay for stomach surgery. Ziggy's already too expensive. I don't need him. It costs me money. So Percy's locked up. Lulu's not. Ziggy's in the closet. Let's see. Why isn't Chad charged with conspiracy in this murder? I would like to know that too. Percy, use your portal. So maybe there will be charges for Zulema, because that is all about Charles. So she has use immunity, but all those texts and stuff about JJ, she must have something. Well, we were, but we go back and forth. We were on the Chad phone call. I just have this attention deficit thing where something in the chat grabs my attention, and then I go, oh, wait, squirrel. Whoops. Wait, hold on. I'll come back to that. Chandler prosecutors don't think they have enough evidence to make it stick. Conjuring the elements isn't enough, probably, because the elements really weren't going to do anything. She can pretend all she wants, right? Kind of thing. With all this information, do you think Chad's kids still think he was framed? Poor Chad was like Harry Potter stuck under the stairs until he hooks up with the goddess. I think that Emma and Garth, we were talking about this last night in the members only live stream. I think Emma and Garth are sold hook, line, and sinker. I think Garth almost acts as if he's the next Chad in line, like for the crown or whatever Chad has on his head. And Emma, I think, is just super like Stepfordy. It was an emotional affair. You know? Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. How do any of them actually do the work? I'd be interested in what actually happened in their crazy brain that they actually thought something was actually being accomplished. Right. Did you all hear about the closed session yesterday? I believe it was concerning Lori's competency, and either she's now competent or they might want to force to medicate her. I can't believe she's not medicated in there. What can I be on to? What am I on to? Like Warren Jeffs. Well, we don't mind the dogs at all. They add spice to it. Yeah, but Percy wants to be on me. What? Okay, Grandma. Good Grandma. What is use immunity? I'm asking because I live in a place where those with second languages are sometimes protected. Not sure. So use immunity means that you had something to do with a crime or knowledge or whatever, something that you could be in trouble for, but they want you as a witness. So they give you immunity if you come forward as a witness and spill it. And then you won't be in trouble for that particular thing. They can still, it's not full immunity, it's just use immunity. So it's just for that, whatever that. So like if she doesn't have immunity against Charles, I guess, but she does have this immunity. It has to do with Iowa case. Yeah, Lori Hellis explains it well, but I think they're only protected under certain parts of the case in exchange for testimony. Right, exactly. So if something else big falls into play later, she doesn't have immunity from that. She just has immunity from the specific, whatever she's revealing. Do you think she's willingly taking meds? No, but she's in a mental health facility. I've never been in one where people weren't taking meds. I would think she was taking some. I mean, what is she going to do? Spit them out? But I mean, I guess she can refuse to take them, but I don't know. I would imagine she needs to be on meds to get where she needs to be mentally for this trial, but I mean, she's Lori. So, I mean, is she just in there getting counseling? So who all involved has some kind of immunity? The only one we know for sure, because Rob Wood was recorded in a conversation by Zalema and Summers' lawyer, what's his name? Garrett Smith. He recorded this conversation that Rob Wood had with Summer, and Mark Means got it. Mark Means released it to the world. And basically in that conversation between Rob Wood and Summer, Rob Wood says that Zalema has use immunity. So we don't know. Right, you can't medicate evil, that's for sure. I know, right? She doesn't have to eat. She's translated. She doesn't have to sleep. She doesn't have to do anything. But I'm imagining her being locked up. Why can't she just wiggle her way out in her portal or whatever? Okay, here. Use immunity, textbook definition, an exemption that displaces the privilege against self-incrimination. Neither compelled testimony or any fruits of it can be used against the witness, who therefore can no longer fear self-incrimination. Yeah, she did. She crushed up Xanax for Charles's smoothies. She did say that. So Brian Laundrie is all bones, dead. We don't know why he died. We don't know if an alligator got him or if he offed himself. I'm kind of thinking it was suicide at this point, but I don't know. And then got eaten. I don't know. And then, did you see the affidavit of Larry Millete? Are you guys following the Millete case? So May's husband, Larry, was, I'm thinking so too. May's husband, Larry, was arrested for the murder of May Millete in Chula Vista. And that case has been going on. She's been missing since January 6th. And they finally arrested him. And there is an affidavit, and I think this channel has it. There's some good highlights on it. Hold on, it's hot in here. Wow, it says it's not hot, but it's hot. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find that because this case is another one I did a video on, and I've been trying to follow it. And since there's new stuff, being that he got arrested. You missed the Xanax story? Yeah, that's in there too. You guys I'm going to get all this stuff in the podcast. Podcast is on my podcast. I'm going back, by the way, on the Vallow Daybell case. Went back to the beginning. I'm getting ready to do episode 5. You can watch on Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the podcast platforms. It's called Afterglow, Unveiling the Idaho Cult. And recordings. I'm trying to do everything in order of how it happened. Episode 5 will lead up to episode 5 will lead into the whole Charles part of it. That's where we're at right now. Haven't even covered. I mean, there's so much. It's like rabbit hole after rabbit hole. But I'm going to try to go down every single rabbit hole possible, every person, every connection, everything eventually. This podcast can go on forever. From what I understand, if she refuses medication orally, they can force injections on her, even if they have to hold her down with force. Right. Yeah. I mean, they can. Because if you're not capable of making medical decisions for yourself, there's probably a court order, but it would be HIPAA violation for them to release it, for them to have the ability to treat her without her consent, right? Because if she's incompetent to stand trial, she's probably incompetent to make decisions about her own health care. So I would imagine there's a court order. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think so. Pam. And hopefully episode 5 will be out. I know I've been kind of slower. I wanted to get them out weekly, but it's so much work with that darn other job, my day job, to do everything. And so eventually I'd really like to get some interviews and stuff too. I'd love to have people that are related or new people and all that. So we're going to get there eventually. For sure. I want to make it, everything you could possibly know about this case. I want to put it in Afterglow. So thank you for listening to it. I really appreciate it. Right. See, I'm not a psych nurse, but I know I don't like being a psych. I don't like psych patients. I just don't. Psych patients. I wind up getting a lot of psych patients, but when I worked on the nurse advice line, a lot of the really psych patients that were like out of touch with reality, they would call a nurse advice line like every day and complain about they're in my TV watching me and all this stuff. And it's like, oh my gosh, really? Seriously? Go to the doctor. You need your meds. Why are you taking your meds? Nope, I'm not taking them. I won't, I refuse, you know, and then you're like, what am I going to do for you? You're calling me. Thank you, Funda Cruz, for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Ask my sister-in-laws are all psych RNs. Yeah. So, I mean, I would imagine being in a lockdown psych unit that there would be some kind of court order that the physicians or are able to make decisions about her health for herself, for her safety. Because like I said, if she can't make decisions on her own about standing trial, you know, or going to court, she's incompetent for that. She can't possibly be competent to make decisions about what meds she's going to take. That's just my, and again, like I did psych rotation in nursing school. I've never really worked bedside as a psych nurse. So only the people that call and they won't take their meds. Yeah. So when we go back to, we can come back to the Vallow Daybell debacle in a minute, but I want to play this about the Lori Vallow interview. So let me share, or not interview, but affidavit, arrest affidavit. I need to mute this. So the summary of probable cause investigation has revealed that the days leading up to January 7th, 2021, May Vallow was taking affirmative steps to divorce her husband, and that Lori Vallow was determined to stop her. When Larry's desperate begging and threats failed to stop May from seeking a divorce, the thought of losing his family was unfathomable to him. May was dedicated to her career, loved her family, and she was committed to and cherished her children. Whoa, hold on. Too fast. See what happens? There is no evidence to suggest that May left and disappeared on her own accord or that she had a financial means to do so. And the investigation has revealed that Larry had an overwhelming motive to prevent his wife from divorcing him. On January 7th, 2021, May Vallow was determined to leave the marriage, and Lori Vallow was determined to stop her. Based on the totality of investigation and circumstantial evidence, including surveillance, video, phone, text, and social media communications and motive, we have probable cause to believe that Lori Vallow unlawfully killed his wife, May, and disposed of her body between January 7th and 8th, 2021. Oh, like the audio? Or we read that one. Is there audio, Karen? Or is it just the text again? Because I did read that one. My periods are back and they're like a teenager or whatever, that one. Let me know. Okay, let's continue here. On Saturday, I probably shouldn't read the whole thing, but we'll kind of skim for if it gets too long. On Saturday, January 9th at approximately 23:50 hours, Mary Chris Durolate, I don't know how to say her name, hereafter referred to as Mary Chris, that's her sister, called the Chula Vista Police Department to report her sister May, date of birth 5/1/81, missing. Mary Chris said that May and her husband, identified as Lori Vallow, have been having marriage problems, including recent fighting. May's family was concerned because they had not heard from May since the evening of Thursday, January 7th, 2021. Mary Chris stated that the family had plans to celebrate May's daughter's 11th birthday, Sunday, January 10th, in Big Bear. So Big Bear is, if you're not from California, Big Bear is the local mountains here, probably from Chula Vista, hour and a half to 2 hours away drive, and it's our local mountains where you can go up there. There's a Big Bear Lake. It's the ski resorts, all that. So they were probably going to go skiing because it's January for the, for her birthday. They were going to go to Big Bear that weekend, and it was uncharacteristic of May not to be in contact with her family. So it means they had rented cabins or hotel, ski lift tickets, all that stuff was probably all done. So it's really weird that she would just like, boom, disappear. And it was her kid's birthday, right? While Mary Chris was speaking to the officer, she seemed hesitant to speak about Larry and May's argument because she was at Larry May's house. And it's located at in Chula Vista. Because of the hesitation in her voice, the officers conducted a welfare check at the residence and arrived shortly after midnight on Sunday, January 10th. During the initial investigation, detectives learned that May and Larry had been having marital issues for the past year, and that Larry discovered that May had an affair. Detectives learned that May and Larry had an argument the evening of January 7th, and that on January 8th, Larry left with his 4-year-old for the day. He was gone for like 11 hours that day. And the other kids apparently were left home. Larry claimed he heard May in the house the evening of January 8th, but had not seen her since the evening of January 7th. Larry allowed officers to view his cell phone to review the text messages between he and May. Officers noted that all the messages between Larry and May prior to January 9th had been deleted. Imagine that. The criminals delete their text messages. Larry later stated he deleted the message to conserve space on his cellular phone. All 4 Maletti family vehicles, including a Lexus GX460, were at the house when police were notified of May's disappearance. Can't see it there. During the investigation, detectives located surveillance footage and observed May park her Jeep Rubicon on the street in front of her residence on January 7th at 1642. So she came home. Oh, Michelle, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very thankful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 11 hours with a 4-year-old. Yeah. So she comes home in her Jeep on the 7th at 4:42 p.m. So probably got home from work, right? I don't know what day of the week that was. She is last seen at that time walking towards her residence. So that was the last time she's seen on camera. Detectives from the Crimes of Violence Unit were assigned to the case and subsequently conducted an extensive 9-month investigation. During the course of the investigation, 66 search warrants, 87 witnesses were interviewed. The detectives followed up on approximately 128 tips. Numerous searches have been conducted, and May has not been located. Larry Malete has not participated in any of the searches. Good point, Lisa. Nothing is really ever deleted. It can all be recovered. May and Larry were involved in ongoing and escalating marital discord throughout 2020. The investigation has revealed that in 2020, May Malete began taking steps to physically and legally separate from Larry Malete. May communicated to her friends in late December 2020 that her marriage was definitely over, and she had decided to file for divorce. Google searches on May's electronic devices during 2020 reveal inquiries for different divorce attorneys and searches such as how to calculate child support payments and how much mortgage can I afford, indicating she was conducting research to begin a life separate from her husband. I never understand why women stay at a house when you want to divorce a spouse. Truly, women must get smarter. How many women have to be killed before I get this? Yeah, like my best friend. I mean, she's dead, and she was leaving. It's awful. They're manipulative and probably didn't want to uproot her kids out of their own home, you know, and thought it is definitely the most dangerous time. Definitely the most dangerous time. Every case I hear of like this is when they were leaving, right? Or, well, Gabby, yeah, even Gabby and Brian, it sounds like she was probably at the point where she was over him too, you know, from what we're gathering. The investigation has revealed that since that beginning in September 2020 and through January 7th, 2021, Larry became increasingly obsessed with May's activities and communications with other people. Several family and friends described Larry as controlling or exhibiting stalker-like behavior. In 2020, Larry grew increasingly paranoid that May was going to leave the marriage, and he began to monitor her whereabouts. Larry would also show up unannounced to May's work to see if she was meeting with another man. Larry's controlling behavior escalated through 2020 and into 2021. On November 24th, 2020, May sent an email to Larry after Larry sent her a link to an article entitled "What Men Want from Their Wives." May's response was, "How about maybe you focus on what women want from their husbands? All these things you send me are just about you," which further solidifies the whole idea that you really think I'm the problem, and that if you could only fix me, everything will be okay. As long as I go back to the wife you like, the one who didn't rock the boat, who didn't assert her feelings, who didn't care about how much she was hurting, as so long as there's peace and harmony, then things will be okay, because really I'm the problem, right? Well, that's what they do. They turn it on you. It's exactly what they do. There is no evidence to suggest that May Maletti voluntarily disappeared of her own accord on or about January 7th through 8th, 2021. Larry Maletti is the only person with the means and motive to hurt or kill her and to dispose of her body during that time. During the investigation, I learned that during the week of January 4th, 2021, May and Larry's marital discord was reaching a boiling point. A search of Larry Maletti's telephonic communications revealed a frantic, desperate, unbalanced mindset coupled with violent and sometimes homicidal ideation that will further be detailed in this affidavit. May's family went to the desert in Glamis for a New Year's celebration in January 2021. Glamis is out, you go dirt bike riding, camping, all that kind of stuff in Glamis. Family members described Larry's behavior was odd and erratic. During that same trip, Larry asked a family member if he knew someone to get the other guy. This was interpreted as finding someone to hurt the man with whom May was having an affair. While confiding in a friend about her marital issues, May revealed that at one time in the past, Larry choked May until she passed out. Larry's controlling behavior escalated through 2020 and into 2021. Yeah, I mean, right? Once somebody chokes you, that's pretty freaking scary to stick around, because they can do it again and not even intend to kill you, just to scare you, but that literally can go too far like that, which probably happened with Gabby Petito. A review of Larry's internet searches included "Plant You Take to Never Wake Up," March in 2020, and "Water Hemlock," November of 2020. As the relationship declined, May was not interested in a physical relationship with Larry. In December of 2020, Larry conducted a search entitled "My Wife Doesn't Want Me to Touch Her," and then searched for flunitrazepam, rofinol, that's a Rofi drug, I don't know how to say it, and diphenhydramine. Diphenhydramine is Benadryl. These are central nervous system sedatives and depressants that could be used to incapacitate someone. So imagine you could chop up a bunch of Benadryl or mix them all together, right? Poor pull a Lori Vallow and put them in your powder, your drink. Accused to incapacitated person. According to the DEA website, flunitrazepam is the generic name for, oh, okay, so that's the, how do you say that? Rohypnol? Okay, Google, how do you pronounce Rohypnol? Okay, Google, how do you pronounce R-O-P, whoops, sorry, start again. Forget it, never mind, who cares?
But I found these results on search.
Okay, Google, how do you pronounce Rohypnol?
That's pronounced Rohypnol.
Rohypnol, okay. Rohypnol. And that is, okay, so it's the generic name for Rohypnol, commonly referred to as the date rape drug. A review of Larry's cell phone download, financial transactions, and other search warrant returns revealed that Lori sent hundreds of email communications to various companies which will appear to sell spells. Here we go with the spells again. The investigation revealed that these companies purport to be psychics, spirit channelers, or white light practitioners capable of energy work. Oh my God, here we go with the energy work again. Hey, anybody that's into energy work, you guys might just want to get away from them. This is just all too crazy. Who sell spells that can be cast to enhance a person's love life, eliminate debt, or make a romantic partner remain faithful. Larry purchased numerous spells to cast on May. Casting spells again. Between September 2020 and January 21, Larry contacted the websites daily, sometimes multiple times a day, purchasing spells and sending messages requesting help so that May would obey him, fall back in love with him, and to incapacitate her or make her sick so she could not leave the house. Specifically, one message from Larry on December 27th says, please punish May and incapacitate her enough so she can't leave the house. It's time to take the gloves off. The emails became increasingly panicked. On December 31st, Larry sent an email to a spellcaster indicating that they were in the desert dirt biking and off-roading for several days and asked, can you hex her? Have her hurt enough that she will have to depend on me and my help. So that was when they were in Glamis, right? So when they're in the Glamis trip over New Year's, he sent an email to a spellcaster because they were out there riding dirt bikes, just like I said. Yeah, hex her. Hex her, make her crash her dirt bike so she has to depend on me. What a nice husband. Horrible man. She's only nice to me when she needs me or sick. Thanks again. Maybe an accident or a broken bone. Hello, spellcaster. Can you do me a favor? We're out in the desert and my wife, she's riding around on the ATV right now. And if you could just do me a favor and roll her, flip her, just do something mild, like break a bone and stuff, because then she'll be nice to me again. She's nice to, like, what on earth? The more cases I follow, the more insane all this is. I really think we made I'm going to try to follow a lot of cases that are domestic violence murders in the end, because I really think that somehow, some way, we have to give it a voice and get people to listen. If it helps people need to leave. I mean, I can't talk to my best friend ever again because she was in a domestic violence marriage, and she freaking went back after she got away. She got 200 miles away, and she went back to have a birthday party that they had planned for the grandbaby. And it's just terrible. Anyway, just makes me so mad. She almost got out of there, just like so many people almost got out of there, and they're dead. A review of May's communications with family and friends leading up to January 7th, 2021 shows she was preparing for divorce and that her efforts accumulated that week, causing escalating tension with Larry. In a text message exchange with a friend on January 6th, May stated, "I told him I'm filing for divorce whether he likes it or not. I'm done trying to make it amicable for the sake of the kids." May continued by stating that she was really hoping to get through this weekend first for her daughter's birthday. Almost got away. At 12:15 hours on January 7th, May spoke with a law firm, so noon, and set up an appointment with a divorce attorney for Tuesday, January 12th. May specifically wanted to wait to initiate the divorce until after the daughter's birthday on January 10th, 2021. See, my friend Pam had to come back for a birthday too, you know? May's last phone call on January 7th was at 3:48 p.m. with a divorce attorney. May's last known communication with any friend or family member on January 7th, 2021 was at 8:15 hours when she shared an ad for a toy hauler with her family through Facebook Messenger. Meanwhile, on January 7th, with the knowledge that May was serious about proceeding with the divorce, Larry was growing more desperate. He sent countless emails to spellcasters begging for help to prevent May from leaving him and filing for divorce. Frantic to reverse May's decision to file for divorce, Larry made statements and emails to spellcasters sent the afternoon of January 7th, such as, "I think she wants me to snap, and I'm shaking inside, ready to snap." He snapped all right. At 16:39 hours, 4:39 p.m., Larry sent an email asking that a spellcaster make her realize that we were meant to be with each other, make her miserable without me, make her want to sleep on the same bed for all eternity, praying hands emoji. At 9:21 hours, Larry sent a screenshot of his account balance from one of his cryptocurrency applications to his two daughters, age 11 and 9. I mean, there's domestic violence hotline, there's shelters, there's places to go, there's help. I mean, there really are. You just have to reach out. Friends, family, don't be embarrassed. Like, just go and don't say anything. If you don't have money, who cares? Just go. Did you guys watch Made on Netflix? Or Hulu? What's Made on? Made. I think it's on Netflix. Perfect example, you know, of an emotional abusive relationship and all of the crap that goes on. Why is he sending cryptocurrency to his 11 and 9-year-old kids? Screenshots. May's phone activity stopped on January 8th, 2021 at 1:25 in the morning. About an hour later, Larry sent one email to a spellcaster at 2:36 hours on January 8th, and then abruptly ends his messaging campaign begging for help to prevent May from leaving the marriage. Larry's desperation for May disappears. Larry doesn't send another email to a spellcaster again until January 9th at 5:55 in the morning, when he asked the spellcaster, "Remove or stop hexing my wife, May." At this point, Larry's focus shifts and he sends emails through the beginning of February asking to punish the man with whom May had an affair. As of January 9th, Larry does not direct any more spells or hexes towards May, nor does he make any more requests for assistance with his crumbling marriage. Larry did not go to work on January 6th, 7th, or 8th. Larry sent his boss text messages, which appear to be screenshots or copies of text messages sent to Larry from May. The messages indicate that May was seeking a divorce and Larry was unraveling. On January 8th, 2021, Larry's family and boss were looking for him and they could not find him. See, that's the day he dumped the body. And the 4-year-old. I wonder if the 4-year-old has any information. Did daddy have a big trash bag back there where you guys went for 11 hours? Like, what the hell? And the morning of the day, okay, saying he was concerned because he hadn't heard from Larry, stating this is not like him to miss work. It has been a few days. Larry's father sent him a text message stating, Larry, please turn on your phone because Terry, your boss, is calling regarding your job. Based on the evidence, those closest to Larry cannot account for his whereabouts on January 8th, 2021, as provided further in the body of this affidavit. Yeah, Larry. He's so guilty. I mean, they don't even have this kind of stuff on Barry Morphew. Like, dude. Larry's alibi on January 8th cannot be corroborated. Larry stated that on January 8th, 2021, he left at 6:45 hours to take his 4-year-old son to Solana Beach to give May her space. Larry claims he was with his son at Solana Beach the entire day. First of all, you don't take a 4-year-old to the beach for 11 hours. You take him for a couple of hours. I mean, maybe 4 hours at the longest. No. Security video captured Larry on January 8th at 5:58 hours moving his Lexus GX460. The Lexus was already backed into the driveway with the nose facing towards the street. But Larry drove the Lexus into the street, then reversed it back into the driveway into almost the same position. It appears that Larry repositioned the Lexus at an angle as he backed up to the garage. Due to the angle, detectives were unable to see into the Lexus or into the garage based on the way the car was positioned. Surveillance video does not capture whether Larry loaded anything in the back of the car. At 6:45 hours, the Lexus is seen leaving the residence and it does not return until 6:06 p.m. Literally almost 12 hours later. Oh, hi, no, thanks. Hi, how are you? Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for dropping by. Are you covering it too? That's a good one. So if you are, people should go over to your channel and check out what you have to say. He comes on a lot more than me too. So, okay. Let's see where we're at. The evening of January 8th, May's brother went to the house at 6:30 hours to check on her. The family had been communicating via group text, and May had stopped responding after January 7th. When he arrived at the residence, May's brother met with his 9-year-old niece. May's brother asked about May. His niece told him that May had been up in her room for the past 11 hours. The niece also said she and her sister had not been fed. May's brother went inside the house, knocked on May's door, but never got an answer from her. May's brother never opened the door to look inside to confirm if May was inside. According to May's brother, Larry, who was home, he said he'd been at work all day and couldn't account for May's whereabouts. See, liar, liar, pants on fire, you didn't go to work. However, Larry changed his story halfway through the conversation and told May's brother he had taken his 4-year-old son to the beach. May's brother explained that after he checked on May, he went back. Oh, you did? You went out there to search. Cool. I missed that. Awesome. Thank you, Doug. I'll have to go look at that one. Somehow I missed that. I was thinking about going too, but I don't know how close they came out here. I could have gotten down there if you went in the Chula Vista, San Diego area, but I never did. My bad. I should have. They still can be searching. It would be nice to find her, right? Sorry, you guys, I'm going to see what Doug has to say. I'm releasing the 3rd video later, other search on my channel. Cool. Her family be on next weekend on your channel? Oh, fantastic. Okay. I'm sorry, if you guys saw the press conference was just so hard to watch. Oh, Mary Chris crying. It was so hard to watch. And she was like, he's our family. I mean, they're just so heartbroken all the way around, you know. Thank you, Doug. Just terrible story. Okay, so then he told his brother he'd taken the 4-year-old son to the beach. May's brother explained that after he checked on May, he went back downstairs and asked Larry to let him know when May comes out. May's brother left the residence and drove down the street to see if any lights were on in May's room, and he did not notice any. During the initial stages of the investigation, Larry allowed detectives to speak with his children. The older 2 children were in virtual school and told detectives May would normally check on them periodically throughout the day while they were learning online. On Friday, January 8th, 2021, May did not check on them. The older 2 children indicated they last saw May on Thursday, January 7th, 2021. The children heard noises in the kitchen Friday, January 8th, and assumed it was May, but never actually saw her. The searches are every weekend. Okay, cool. Where, I mean, her family, one of these weekends coming up, depending on where, I wouldn't mind going. Keep in touch. Let me know, okay? Send me an email. I'm out by Palm Desert area. That's where I'm at. Thank you. Thank you, Jules. Okay, let me get here. When asked to indicate on a map exactly where he was all day, 4 miles south of Solana Beach, Larry initially stated he took his phone to the beach, but records show Larry's phone was off from 6:45 to 1834 hours. On January 26, 2021, detectives served a search warrant to seize the contents of the Lexus infotainment system. Infotainment system. Whatever, it doesn't really matter what it is. The Lexus's system. The report generated from the download indicates a navigation event on January 8th at 3:29 hours for Larry's home address at 2413 Paso Los Gatos. The system did not capture any additional locations or routes traveled on January 8th. Investigators have been unable to confirm Larry's whereabouts on January 8th based on a review of Larry's cell phone activity. This extended 11-hour gap in cell phone activity was historically uncharacteristic. Weather reports for Torrey Pines on that day had high of 63 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 50. Yeah, so you don't go to the beach for 11 hours when it's cold. It's freezing. It's colder than that. Like, I can't stand the beach in the winter when it's cold here because it hurts my ears, like the wind. There is no way you're taking a 4-year-old to the beach that long when it's 63 degrees. Larry was in possession of an illegal assault weapon. A search warrant was served at the residence on January 23rd, 2021. Detectives located a rifle. The firearm is non-California compliant configuration and is an unlawful assault rifle in violation of whatever code, which is a felony. There were 4 registered firearms to Larry, which are unaccounted for at the time of the search warrant. Larry would not disclose where the firearms were, stating only that he gave them to a friend. Detectives later learned Larry gave them to his uncle to store for him because he knew law enforcement was coming. Detectives obtained security footage from a neighboring residence and observed the following. On January 7th, 2021, at approximately 9:57, almost 10 p.m. hours, the sound of 9 loud bangs, possibly gunshots, were recorded. Nothing visual was captured on the footage. At 10:34 p.m., kids could be heard playing in the backyard in the Molette residence. The homeowner identified the voices as the Millete kids because she heard them playing on prior occasions. The homeowner found it odd that the kids were playing outside so late since it was a school night and the past few nights had been very cold. The audio recording of the loud bangs provided to the FBI for analysis, who determined the recording was not sufficient quality to accurately record and pre-produce gunshot impulses. It cannot scientifically be classified as gunshot events. But you know it was, right? He's got illegal guns. He's a gun guy. There's shots. The night his wife went missing. He puts his kids out in the backyard. Sorry, Larry. You're an idiot. Thank goodness. Because you're going to go bye-bye forever. During the search on January 23rd, 2021, detectives searched a gun safe located in the coat closet off the front entryway on the first floor. Among the items seized were 2 Glock handguns, 1 shotgun, 1 rifle, multiple caliber ammunition, numerous firearm parts and add-ons, and 3 security SD cards. As of January 23rd, there were 4 firearms registered to Larry that were still unaccounted for, including a Smith & Wesson automatic 40 caliber handgun. On May 7th, there's a saying, Lisa, and wait, how does it go? Let me think about it. This coldest winter I ever experienced was a summer in San Francisco. It gets so cold there. I was based there for a little bit when I was with United. It's like so that peninsula out there. And then you just go inland a little bit and you're like 20, 30 degrees warmer. On May 7th, detectives served Larry with a gun violence restraining order. Per the order, Larry was to surrender his firearms to law enforcement in an immediate and safe manner. Larry did not comply with the order, and a search warrant was served at Larry's house for the sole purpose of collecting all firearms, firearm parts, and ammunition. Detectives seized 3 of the 4 registered firearms that they were unable to locate on January 23rd. Detectives also seized 2 registered Glock handguns Larry acquired after January 23rd, and an additional unregistered firearm, numerous firearm parts, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. The Smith & Wesson 40 caliber handgun has not been located and remains outstanding. So that's probably what he killed her with. Right? That one, you know, why do you need that many guns? And 2, we are so lucky that he didn't take down his entire house with his kids like that. What was that other one, Susan? What's that other case where in the end, he blows up the whole house with the kids and everything in it? They won't find her unless Larry reveals it as part of a deal. I know, but for 11 hours, figure he had to go, if he was gone 11 hours, he went 5 hours, 5.5 hours out, right? Because he came back within 5.5 hours. So that whole radius, that's about 5.5 hours from their area. Those are the desert areas or whatever. That's where she is. Right. He is in jail for murder, but there's no body. So what is that where they've been doing? Have they been like in that 5.5 hour, 4 to 5 hour radius for the searches? Susan Powell. Yes, that's it. Josh Powell. Yeah, that was a horrible ending. May was born on May 1st, 1981. She has 5 siblings, and her parents are still living. May and Larry Millete married in Honolulu, Hawaii on May 12th, 2000. May was 19 years old when they married. Larry was born on September 24th, 1981. He was 18 years old when they were married. Larry Millete currently worked as an optician in the optometry department. Naval Medical Training Center in San Diego. As of June 2020, May Millete worked for the Department of Defense at Southwest Regional Maintenance Center, San Diego, as a supervisor contract specialist. Effective June 21st, 2020, May changed jobs with the DoD and began working as administrative specialist at Naval Institution Warfare Center, NIWC Pacific. May excelled in her job and she was committed to her career. Through my investigation, I've learned that May was an avid cell phone user and regularly used her cell phone to communicate with friends and family and to utilize social media. After January 7th, 2021, at 8:15 hours, she has not communicated with anyone via text, social media, or phone call. In September 2021, the investigative team conducted a study to precisely characterize the whereabouts of the victim's phone moments leading to her phone's network termination on 1/8/2021 at 1:25 in the morning. Extensive phone record data was acquired and analyzed. The results of the study allowed law enforcement experts to conclude that on January 8th at 1:25 a.m., May's phone was consistent to being in the San Miguel Ranch neighborhood, to include the Paso Los Gatos address. Analysis of May's cell phone records indicate her phone activity stopped on January 8th at 1:25 in the morning. The location data of May's cell phone indicates her phone did not leave a residential neighborhood in Chula Vista while it was powered on. Investigation into May's financial accounts, including credit cards, show no purchase or transactions other than late fees and recurring charges since her disappearance. All of Larry and May's vehicles are accounted for, and May's passport is expired. Searches of the residence indicate May's items of value remain in the house, including jewelry, purses, and clothing. This case has received international media coverage. Her photograph has been posted by numerous news outlets and on various websites seeking information about her whereabouts. There have been no credible sightings of May since she was seen on January 7th. Family and friends confirmed that May was not suicidal and would never voluntarily leave her kids. May was in good health, was very active, had a successful career, and had plans for the future. Larry and May's marital problems escalated in 2021. As the year progressed, May became more determined to file for divorce, and Larry became more desperate to keep the marriage intact. Based on statements, text messages, and emails, May was taking concrete steps to leave the marriage. Though May Millete's body has not been found, is my opinion supported by the information and evidence set forth in this affidavit, including attachment A, that the totality of the circumstantial evidence, witness statements, Larry's observed change in behavior, events leading to May's disappearance, and May's abrupt change in pattern of life provides probable cause to believe that Larry is responsible for causing May's death. So that was the one, the warrant. What is this? Felony murder. Okay, so these are the charges: the assault weapon and the murder charge. Tattoos, blah, blah, blah. Last known address. And they signed it, the district attorney, on October 18th, 21. So yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot. Yep. Neighbors heard shots, but the scientific evidence can't prove they're shots. But come on. If I was on the jury, I'd be like, oh yeah, those are shots. I think Larry should be able to post bail just like Barry Morphew got to. Barry was accused for the murder of his wife and nobody recovered. They don't have as much on Barry, though. I mean, the judge said that. The judge said that they didn't have as much. They don't have anything like this for Barry, unfortunately. When a woman leaves and doesn't contact anywhere, they're probably dead. Yeah. I mean, what is he going to do? Lock her up out in the middle of nowhere and chain her to a tree, you know? Well, because he turned it off. His cell phone was off that whole day. I don't know if there's any blood. I'm not sure. And I guess in the affidavit, that stuff will come out, you know, they don't put everything in the affidavit, right? So that stuff would come out in court, the trial. Larry seems the type that might show where he buried her. And I guess they can't, although I'm still confused about California and the death penalty. They can still try you and sentence you to death, but we're not putting anybody to death here. So I don't know. But they said it has to have a special circumstances case. Like you have to actually be like robbery or rape or something like that has to be involved with the death penalty. The cliffs on Highway 18 to Big Bear could be possible. Yeah, Barry in his darn airplane mode. He did that. I think Larry, with all being that gun guy like that, with all those guns and stuff, he still's got guns outstanding. I'd be afraid to let him out because, well, first of all, it's California. I don't know what they'll do here because you can commit crimes here and never get arrested. So, but I think murder is still, kind of up there with you go to jail. I do. I think he threw the body somewhere. I think it's off a road, out in a remote area somewhere. I mean, they were, off-roaders. They know the back, desert and stuff. I live in the desert, and where I live is kind of a newer community. So when you drive here, I think about it when I'm driving. I'm like, all that open desert where you could four-wheel right there somewhere out in the middle. And it is a needle in a haystack, truly. Why are they searching the desert for Maya? Probably just because it seems like a logical place that he would dump her. The desert's so open. My backyard is the desert. Like if you looked out my backyard, I back up to what's it called? BLM, Bureau Land Management. There'll never be houses back there. And so my son flew his drone back there recently. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's just nothing. And then it goes up into the mountains and stuff. So hi, Ruth. Welcome. Do you have any info on Larry's house having a shrine that was a bloody scene? Was it not true? I heard about that. I don't know. Maybe Doug has some of that information. I did hear about that, and I swear I saw a picture somewhere, but I'm not sure. Right. Mountains have cliffs. You can't. Yeah. If you ever drive up to Big Bear, literally makes me nervous. I don't like that whiny edges. I hate edges. So yeah. Yes, there are scorpions. Remember, we looked at that last week. There are scorpions where I live. There's rattlesnakes. I had a coyote in my backyard, Scares the crap out of me when I go out there with my dogs. I like a thing of rocks because I make noise when I go out there. And I'm sure there's rattlesnakes and all kinds of crap out there that I'm not going out there without boots up to here. If I go search anywhere, I'm going to wear boots. I think Barry dissolved Suzanne like he would a deer. I am, Carrie Lynn. I'm in California. Southern California, in the desert. I think Barry knows there's nothing to find because she was in pieces, right? Kristen's going to bed. Night, night. After a hard day of work, I have to see the rest tomorrow. We're almost done here anyways. You're not going to miss much. What time is it? 12:52. Yeah, I got things to do. I am a scorpion murderer, and I have no problem with claiming that. That thing scared they move fast. I've never seen one in real life, unless it was like at the zoo or something, like alive. But I went out the back door, patio door, and all of a sudden the dogs went out, and Percy saw it first, and it was like, and then there was a big spider right by it. So I think the spider thought I saved the spider's life, but in the end, I killed them both. It was a big, and I was like, oh no. But and what's really crazy is it matches everything. It's the same color, like that, like this color, and my backyard, I have some grass on one side, but then my hope is to eventually put like a big spool, not a pool, but a spool. It's like a jacuzzi pool on that side. So I left that side open, and they put what's called DG, which is just like the gravel, but it's literally like the same color as the scorpion. So I go out there barefoot all the time, and I'm like, oh, they're there. And when I went back out to find that scorpion, it was on the edge of the patio, just sitting there, and it was really hard to see. Like, easily could have mistaken it for just like because right now the grass, where are my gardeners? They're supposed to be here. My grass needs to be overseeded right now. So it's like some brown and green or whatever. Green colors, what grass is supposed to be. But anyways, it's supposed to be overseeded right now. So there's like brown, like that scorpion fit right in. It could have been like a piece of dead grass with a scary, whoa. Yes, that's what I've heard too. I'm afraid. So I wonder if there's an app on my phone with the black light, because somebody said if you go, see, I'm from the beach. I'm from Huntington Beach. So I've only been here a year, right? Because I lived up in Oregon for a little while. And I don't think we had scorpions. I know we had black widows, down there, but I've never, ever seen a scorpion in my life. And it almost makes me want to move back. Almost. Like, well, been here a year, nice house, bye. Yeah, so that scorpion scared the poo out of me. And so they say if you take a black light out, they're all over the place at night. And I'm like, I'm kind of afraid, because what if they are? But I did get a bug people. Oh, and that was the same day the bug people came. So, they were here to murder it first, and it was running away. I had a big dog, and that got training from the Humane Society. It was a good dog after that. Percy needs to be trained. He's just obnoxious. We had rattlesnakes in the field behind our house. One crawled over our driveway. My husband had to use a shovel as our dog just watched go by. Now, I was walking in the wetlands in Huntington Beach one day on the trail, and they say don't go off the trail. I've been there a couple of times, and I've seen snakes. One was a rattlesnake just off the trail with the tail. And then the other one was just like a big, some other kind of snake, but it was crossing the trail. And I'm like, what do I do? I don't want to step. Do I step over it? I had no idea. They said they're not. That one, people said it was harmless, but it was big, and it was a snake. And yes, I murdered it with a box of wine. I got my closest weapon, and I only had flip-flops, and I wasn't going to get that close with flip-flops. So the box at least had like this much, There is a picture of the altar. Okay. He's good. Like, Percy is very, very motivated by food. When I got him, he didn't even know how to sit. And I literally taught him to sit in like 5 minutes. I just need to work with him. He loves food. Like, he'll do this thing where he's like, I'm not going to come in, and I'll be like, treat, treat, treat. He's like, oh, So he's very motivated by food. So I think I will be able to get him on the straight and narrow. But he's a lap dog, and they say that those pugs they were actually bred back in ancient China or way back, and they were bred to sit on the emperor's laps. And he very much wants to be like like a child. Like he wants to be on me all the time. Sometimes I'm like, I want to sit on the couch, but I really don't want 19-pound Percy on me right now. And then Lulu's little, she's like 10 pounds and she's a Yorkie and she doesn't want to be on me. She's just like, I'll be over here. Thanks. So animals are hilarious. We have rattlesnakes in Indiana too. I saw one on the first day. Yikes. I wonder if Percy should be an old lady's dog. In a few years, I might love a dog that wanted to sit on me all the time. Well, my mom's in there and she's 84 and Percy jumps up on her and she's like, it'd be fine if you didn't just like land on me like that. Like he just jumps on her and she's like, oh, and half the time she's dozing off in a recliner and he runs in there and jumps on her. So I'm always, oh. So, but yeah, he would probably love to sit in there with her 24/7, but he also is afraid he's going to miss something. So, you know, my puppy is all over me and his teeth are just too much. Oh yeah. Puppy teeth. If you see a scorpion in your house, get a wooden spoon and flip it into a deep plan. That's what the guy did at my house in Marion County and took it out the mountains behind the house. You know, I'm not that kind. I would love to say that I would never kill anything, but I'm just not that kind. Nice, kind. How's your mom? She's actually doing a lot better. She's not being crazy. She was taking some medicine that she ordered online, not medicine, but some supplement or some crap. And after we stopped, her doctor told her to stop. But after we stopped that, about 2 weeks into it, she became normal again. So I don't know, some snake oil crap she bought online that she thinks was going to help her because she thinks everything's a magic pill. Do everything you can to stop the biting while puppy. Try a water gun. Puppies that bite can become dogs that bite. Well, that's a good point. Hard to kill scorpion. Well, if anybody needs a training on that, I can show you. You just get a box of wine and you... Is Lori allowed visitors? Good question. I don't know. That is a good question. Percy needs someone who's home most of the time and lots of walks. My pup needs so much attention and she's naughty. I know to go take her out for a good walk. Usually solves problems. And I work from home and he's with me all day long. And I do. But like right now, when I'm this distracted, he does not like that. Percy wants my attention, you know? So, the murder weapon was a wine box. We all escort spiders and bugs out of our ranch house into the wild. We call it paper ambulance. Set them free. Oh, you're so nice. Well, you can come over. Come over and save all the critters. I have a male cocker poodle and a 4-year-old female Bichon. Mia is so soft. She starts crying if I leave the room without her. I have a cat too, but he's costing me an arm and a leg right now, Ziggy, with his cancerous tumors and his hyperthyroid, everything else, and now a special diet. We have a pack of coyotes too. It's the wild, wild west out here. Yeah, wild, wild west for sure. For sure. I don't know what else is out there. Oh, somebody on Nextdoor posted a bobcat going through their backyard the other day. And they're like, oh, they have them out here. And then closer to the foothills, there's people posted on Nextdoor, the bighorn sheep that come out and walk across the street, go in people's yards. They're super cool. I wish we had those. Where I don't think they'll come this far because I'm not really against the hills. I want an Australian Shepherd as a companion dog. I need one. My friend has had a couple of them, and they have to have a job. They can get really mean. Her one she had to get rid of because it decided its job was to attack people when they were leaving the house. So it would bite people when they were leaving. She had to get rid of it. But they need a job. but they're beautiful. I was at a winery up in Oregon, and these people had moved there from Louisiana and opened their winery, and they had 2 Aussies. And I said, well, what's their job? And he's like, his job, this one's job is to greet people when they come in. And sure enough, as people came into the winery, the dog would go out there, meet them, and walk in with them. It was super cool. Beautiful dogs, beautiful dogs. All right, let's see. What time is it? It is 1:02. I am going to let you guys go. And I'm going to work on, I haven't been making videos lately. It's been hard to find the time, but hopefully I will. But we do our live streams, and we have our happy hour on Fridays. I'm going to try to do it every Friday night right now with members. So if you aren't a member, you can become a member. It's $1.99 a month. That's it. If you join through and see, now that Nightbot hasn't shown up, but so I do need to set it up. But so yeah, you can become a member, and you can join us in Discord. That's where the Discord is for members, and happy hour and the emojis. And also Patreon. That link is in the description below too. That's $3, but basically gets you the same thing. It's just basically a donation to my channel, on a monthly basis, but you get the Discord, you get the happy hour. And I'm sure eventually I can come up with some other stuff when I find some time. Quick note on what your thoughts are on the remains of Brian. I mean, I'm kind of thinking he committed suicide. I think he was probably super freaked out and distraught. But so far they said they can't determine the cause of death. So they're sending his skeletal remains to the forensic anthropologist. Yeah, there was a lot to cover today, and I probably missed other things that we could have covered, but don't forget to go over to subscribe on Breaking Crime with Big E. I'm sure, as much work as he does putting this stuff up, he deserves a lot more subscribers. So go over there, because he's posting all these documents and phone calls and stuff like that. So he's following all these cases pretty good. Thor. You're welcome, Karen Boardman and Moonlight View and everyone. Thank you again for those that donated. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping my channel. And I will see you all soon. Saturday or Friday, if you remember, Saturday. And maybe sooner if something crazy happens along the way. All right. And check out my podcast too. Afterglow. Unveiling the Idaho Cult. And yes. Thank you, Robbie. Hit the likes. That helps me. That helps my channel grow. It's a free way to help my channel grow. I keep watching the chat like there's going to be something really cool you guys are going to say, and I'm going to miss it. All right. Okay. Adios. Be safe. Stay well. Bye-bye.